What's flying, flyers? Flyer-kun here, back with another fly ad video. What I say ad? You must be new here. We all know I don't curse. But, although I know I started this video very happy, this is actually not a happy time at all, because today marks the 7th anniversary of Super Smash Bros. Brawl's untimely demise. Yes, a game that gave so many people a kickstart to their careers, and also gave so many of us casual fans such amazing memories, is dead. How unfortunate we were to lose it so early into its lifespan. But today, I'd like to celebrate what Brawl has given us. Wait, what is this? What is this light engulfing me? What? Oh my goodness! Huh, I guess I was wrong. This is Brawl's Not Dead, a YouTube channel dedicated to, yeah, that's pretty much it. This channel will rank anything and everything Super Smash Bros. Brawl. There will be tier lists, top 10s, bad matchups, character analysis, and more. No way! They have and more? I know most people are hard set in their belief that Meta Knight is #1 in Brawl, and if I don't believe that, I must know nothing about this game. The official rankings are a big joke. It's basically a Meta Knight matchup list. I base my rankings on how good the character is, not how good they are as Meta Knight. Dang, neighbor, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Look at Brawl Meta Knight Smash wiki page, and then look at any other character Smash wiki page except for Snakes. Smash wiki page. Except for Snakes, huh? Okay. Nobody is even close to the amount of stuff people know about Meta Knight. Every other character there is very little information on. Okay. Valid argument. I'm not gonna check. I'm just gonna believe him. Today, I think Meta Knight is far and away the best character in this game, and no other character has a chance will be the day Brawl will not be enjoyable anymore, which is why so many people give up on this game so quick. Okay, so quick scroll through the homepage. Tier list. Yeah, he mentioned that before. Oh, shorts. So actually, let me look at some of these shorts. This is. Oh, geez. Woo! He got him. Oh, let's look at some of the more popular ones. Let's go shorts. Popular. Falco, Chain Grabs, and Ledgehog's Link. All right. You know, he's being honest. Yeah, he did. Wait, that's a CPU. You can. Nah, this isn't real. This isn't real. All right, next one. Next most popular one. Gainer dodges a wall of missile. That's a CPU. He's recording off a. Next one. That's another. Bro, these are all CPUs. Okay, scrolling through his video tab, he does actually have a lot of discussion stuff. That's actually really cool. Let's go a little bit further back though. When did he start uploading? Oh, 2 years ago. All right. Top 5 coolest characters. I like cool characters. I like those guys. Top 10 SSBB characters for beginners. I'm a beginner. I begin. Let's start with SSBB characters for beginners. All right, a simple top 10. I love Watch Mojo. Ooh, number 10 as well. Okay, I got spoiled, but you know, all right, it's whatever. Let's get it. Wow, this is going on forever.
Welcome back, everybody, to another top 10 video.
Okay, so after a 30-year-long intro, we are introduced to our main protagonist of the story. Brawl's Not Dead.
Before we get into the video today, I'd just like to thank all those who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it.
Y'all heard him, right? I just want to make sure y'all heard him correctly. Subscribe to his fucking channel right now. I'm being so dead. Wait, hold on. He got 580 subscribers. That's more than me. Sub to me. What? Flick this guy.
If you don't agree with something on my list, let me know. But without further ado, let's get right in this top 10.
Something that I realized just now and is bothering me quite a bit. He's got like a black bar on the side of his video. Like you can see it right here. It's just there's just blackness on the entire right side. That's not my fault. That's just something he has here.
At number 10, I have Wolf. Pretty simple character to play with, not anything really crazy that you would have to figure out.
I like doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff though, so Wolf does not seem like the character for me. Moving on.
At number 9, we have Peach. Pretty good close range moves, a decent recovery, not a
decent. Hold on, you said decent. I'm out of here.
At number 8, we have Luigi. Luigi's also a pretty.
Skip.
At number 7, we have Captain Falcon. The Captain Falcon's Falcon Punch is relatively quick, doesn't take extremely long like Ganondorf's Warlock Punch. And
is that true?
the only problem that might be presented to users while using Captain Falcon is that he may be a little too fast for him. So,
Oh my gosh, no! Imagine playing Brawl and you're like, this character's too fast for me.
at number 6, we have Mario. Now,
Skip.
at number 5, we have Bowser.
Wait, Bowser? You sure want beginners on this character? Isn't Bowser garbage? As a matter of fact, actually, let me bring up the tier list for y'all real quick. For you guys, of course. I don't need it. This is the most recent tier list released in April 25th, 2013. Okay, cool. Meta Knight number 1, Ice Climber second. Yeah, we all know about that. We all know about that. Okay, yeah. Wait, Captain Falcon's awful in this game? He's setting us up for failure. That's crazy. And it's what? BND's main person is garbage. Oh no. I'm not taking this guy's advice.
At number 4, we have Marth. Now, Marth.
Yo, okay, actual top tier representation. Let's go. Number 5. All right. Oh wait, actually, I just realized this guy doesn't like sheeple. Sheeple look at tier list in order to decide their opinions. I'm a sheep.
Marth, it's basically just.
Why is it so dark? What the? I promise you guys, I'm not doing this. This was 2 seconds ago in the Bowser clip. What? What happened? Someone turned the lamp off? I don't get it.
At number 3, we have Kirby.
Ooh, I'm a big Kirby fan. Lots of people like Kirby. Who doesn't like Kirby? I'm glad he made top 3 at the very least. That's my guy.
Reason why Kirby's here. Just spam the down special. I mean, when Kirby.
Oh. Okay, that's.
I mean, I'm no beginner at this game, but I mean, it's my favorite move that Kirby has. I don't spam as much as a beginner would. But
I'm gonna make this so clear with you guys. I am not a beginner. In fact, I'm far better than any beginner because I do not spam this move as much as a beginner would. Beginners spam this move all the time. I maybe use it like 3/4 of the time.
Opponent knocks you up in the air. Most of the time, when you're up in the air, it's a vulnerable position for you getting hit.
You know what I just realized? I thought maybe this guy's right. Maybe the down special is a good move in Brawl, and I'm just being a bad person, and I'm just dunking on for no reason. Maybe this guy actually does know more about this game than I do. Nah.
And yeah, I think a beginner could definitely just float up in the air, turn into a 100-pound dumbbell or a spike, and just.
He just died. He just got done while talking about how good this character is. At least show some highlights, bro. Come on, this is lowlights.
And number 2 is Pit.
Shout out, Kitty Chris.
By far has the best recovery in the game. It's good for vertical, it's good for horizontal. I mean,
it's good for vertical and good for horizontal. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for mentioning that. Also, I feel like now is a good time to mention I have 0 competitive Brawl experience. I've never even entered a tournament or online tournament for Brawl. I play PM though. I do enjoy it very much. That's as close as to Brawl experience that I have though.
Pit has really good close range moves as well to help on the ground, and then you can just keep spamming.
I'd like to mention again that he is getting messed up by this CPU Pit.
Shoots out an arrow like every 2 seconds. I mean, you don't have to load it. I mean, just keep shooting that off, and it's a hassle. You have to play from above Pit. And
that forward smash didn't kill it. Like, what was he at? Like 140? that's an aside from the video, but gosh, that forward smash is awful. What was going on back then?
And number 1. It was very hard between Pit and this character, but I had to give number 1 to Pikachu.
Yeah, okay, we get it, stand by. Maybe I'll look at bad matchups. Kirby vs. Wario, I don't really care about that. Lucas vs. Luigi, that's whatever. Wolf versus Bowser. Oh, this one looks interesting. All right, I'm a big fan of this. Let's see what this is working with.
Today we will be looking at another bad matchup in Brawl. Bowser versus Wolf.
Ooh, okay. I see you on your little animation style. That editing was actually kind of fire. I like that.
By far is one of the most lopsided matchups in Brawl. Bowser struggles greatly.
Okay. I was really worried about how we would evaluate this. I just assume, just based on the way I feel these characters work, Bowser would lose heavy. I almost had my opinion invalidated.
The only matchup worse for Bowser in this game is Captain Falcon.
All right, we're back to insanity. What are we talking about right now? Captain Falcon, what game are you playing? All right, I'm gonna let him talk though. I'm gonna let him cook.
Bowser is a punching bag when he is in the air. The trick is if a character can actually get him there. Bowser will try to approach Wolf, but will soon realize Wolf's gun will keep him back. Unfortunately, Bowser has no projectile to throw back at Wolf, so he will have to try and bait Wolf into an approach.
This is actually really interesting for me because like when you hear like a pro talk about character matchups, they'll start breaking it down by like saying like, okay, in the neutral, this happens, which is why this character loses, and in the punish, this is why this happens, and in the recovery, this is why this person edge guards the other. But like when he's talking about it, you can see he's talking about, like you can hear he's talking about like how the neutral and punish goes, but he's not saying the words. He's not like actively like saying this is like the neutral, this is how this goes specifically, but he's still talking about like what these characters do when they're on like an even playing field and no one has an advantage, which is really cool.
Bowser will try and use his Fire Breath for a safe long-range move.
I don't think Bowser will ever try to use that move.
Now that Wolf can fight close up with Bowser, he can mop the floor with him, since his moves are so much quicker than Bowser's. Wolf's up smash is a great move to get Bowser in the air.
Up smash, huh? None of his other moves, none of his like faster like tilts or whatever. You know, maybe his up smash is crazy. Again, let me stop talking like I know what I'm talking about, you know? This is his game. I'm gonna let him explain it his way.
Wolf can rack up tons of damage before Bowser ever gets back to the ground.
See, now we're talking about punish. He's talking about how aerials are better than Bowser's and how he racks up a bunch of damage before Bowser can. You know, this is great. This is actually such a cool look into how you develop your own like idea of what like punish game is and your own understanding of Smash. This is so awesome. I love this.
And then you can throw in the fact that the ledge guarding advantage is clearly on Wolf's side.
The recovery aspect. What, dude? This guy knows what he's talking about.
One of the reasons I am doing this bad matchup series for Brawl is because I want to show you a bad matchup isn't simply, well, this character is better than this character, so it must be a bad matchup. Just because a character might be way better than another doesn't mean it's a bad matchup. You have to consider the different moves of the character, different play styles, strengths, and weaknesses.
This guy's just spitting. Hold on. Yo, like, that's everything he just said within like the past like 10, 20 seconds. That was immaculate. That was great. I've been talking a lot, like you all know exactly what I'm talking about when I refer to like neutral, punish, and recoveries when pro players talk about the game. But you know, just go into this video assuming you know what I'm talking about. All right, thanks. When you go in the comments, just say, wow, I understood all this. Brawl player plays Melee for the first time. Ooh.
So just yesterday was Christmas, and guess what I received? I got none other than my own copy of Melee. It's obviously not better than Brawl, but we're just gonna have to try it out.
D tier bait. You could do better.
We're just gonna have to try it out for ourselves to see what all the critics are saying these days, if you know what I mean.
I love that was supposed to be like a little compilation of all the of all the comments he's been getting about Melee, but he was only able to show 2 of them.
Come here, Marv. What in the world? How'd he hit me through that wall?
He's getting diffed by a CPU. A full stock lead in 7% is absolutely bonkers. That's flicking insane, guys.
This is stupid. I've only inflicted 7%. Oh, he's on.
And he knows!
Marth, can you quit being a pest? Your dumb sword is just whooping my tail feathers right now.
I love this guy's vocabulary. Your dumb sword is whooping my tail feathers right now? Who's doing it like BND? Nobody.
Can Samus please kill? This is insane. What in the world?
Dude, he's getting rocked on, yo. This Marth is looking like Liquid Cannon this.
I'd be blowing up Marth right now if this was Brawl.
Are you sure about that? I've seen that pit top 10, bro. It wasn't looking good for you.
Well, guys, I knew I wasn't gonna be as good at Melee, but I didn't think I'd be that bad. Plus, I am playing with Samus, so that should be pretty easy for me.
I love this guy's edits. Like, they're so simple, but it's just like, it gets the point across, and it's a nice little funny moment, you know? Not really much to comment on. I just thought I'd point that out. I like it.
Alright. Fox is already feeling a lot better than Samus, my goodness.
Oh! This guy's sick! Down to the up smash, I can't even hit those.
Man, I have to say, the computer is so much faster at grabbing you on this game. And Game & Watch just killed himself. Alright. Somebody commented on my one video about how Brawl CPUs were dumb. Game & Watch is jumping right off the ledge there.
Ooh! Oh! Get called out, idiot! K, get called out, Nimrod! I was so dumb the Brawl CPUs used to be. Look how dumb you look right now. Game Watch just jumped off the edge.
Let's hear it for that Warlock punch. My goodness, that's way louder in this game. Alright, let's quit the spin attacks, boy. Yeah, get thrown down immediately. Oh.
Get thrown down immediately.
Dude, kill him. My goodness, how many grabs can one idiot do?
yo, he's getting messed up. Yo, this guy's getting rocked right now. Yo, this Link's hitting combinations I ain't never seen before. Well, that was BND playing Melee. Competitive play is killing Brawl. Ooh, that's a good, and it's got like a custom thumbnail. That's like super custom. That's not even like a little format he has like these ones. He misspelled neutral in this one, but this one's like completely different. Okay, I rock with this.
This past week, I was sick. So what is there better to do when you're sick than to watch competitive Brawl?
Boulevard and 6 of his friends
He's hiding behind the door with like icebox chopping down the bathroom.
Oh no, that's it! A JV4! There's no way, bro. Come on, man. It's Brawl, baby. It's Brawl, baby.
Yeah, Ice Climbers did that in Brawl. I'm not too happy about it either. But I feel like this is also very selective because I feel like in that tournament, what was that? Super Smash Con, I don't know what year this is, but I feel like there a lot more had to be going on in that tournament, and you kind of cherry picked the one moment that was really awful. But other than that, you know, I'm down to hear what you have to say.
So maybe this wasn't a great idea.
Solid cold open and a new intro apparently. This is new. What is this? Oh, okay. Just a bunch of clips of Subspace apparently. It's still nice though. This is still going on for 30 years though. I'm not a fan of that. That's a smooth 25-second intro, dog. What the heck? Oh! Why do you just have the names of all these characters above? We don't know, like we don't know who these people are.
Let me just get something out of the way first. This video is not meant to be a knock on competitive Brawl players. I admire those who take the time to learn this game and play it at a high level. Unfortunately though, Brawl has reached a point of absolute boredom. Everybody acts like they know everything about this game, and there's absolutely nothing left in Brawl that we don't already know.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that's true. I think everyone just picks Meta Knight because it's easier. I don't think you need to know anything about the game if you have a character that just does everything easily.
This mentality has caused people to stop trying to learn new things on their own, and thus Brawl seems to be the exact same game as it was 10 years ago.
Oh! You know what? That's actually a very solid point. You're like, imagine if people gave up early on Melee and then decided that Fox was just the best character and everyone's just gonna play Fox instead of advancing other people's meta. But like, I feel like the difference between Fox and the rest of the cast in Melee isn't as big as the difference between Meta Knight and Brawl and the rest of the cast. But you know, I think it's a fair point to make that people just gave up too early on advancing the other characters.
Now I get it, there are 4 other Smash games, and 2 newer Smash games in Brawl. But I know for a fact that there are those of you out there who still love this game and have a desire for more people to play it.
Another quick side note, I think the editing on this one is really good. This one actually has seemed to have some time put behind this. He clearly cares about this. Yeah.
Watching Brawl competitively is boring because it's the exact same characters at the exact same stages.
Please tell me your solution to this is to add a crazy stage to this. Please tell me your solution is to add Luigi's Mansion or something to the stage list. I am begging you.
So how do we fix competitive play? Well, I have a few ideas. First, let's ban Meta Knight.
Yo, okay, so okay, right there. You got it. So much of the community has already had that same idea. You're actually there. That's the correct solution. 1 W to BND. WBND.
It has been a foregone conclusion in Brawl that Meta Knight is broken and there's nothing we can do about this. Wrong. Meta Knight's not the issue. The issue is Meta Knight is the most developed character in Brawl, and is it
so your work was wrong, but the solution was correct. I'm still on your side on this. I think you're your reasoning is iffy, but I agree with banning Meta Knight. That's a great step in the right direction.
And is it any surprise when Mewtwo King, who was the best Smash Bros. Player in the world at the time,
I love that hyper stretched picture of Mewtwo King. That's really good.
mained Meta Knight? It's not surprising that Meta Knight instantly became known as the best character in Brawl, which led to everyone still believing that to this day.
So Mewtwo King was really good with Meta Knight in 2014, which is what caused everyone to just flock to Meta Knight instead. You're losing. I still agree with ban Meta Knight, but you're losing me, man.
What if he played with another character? This would not only mean that the character Mewtwo King picked instead of Meta Knight would probably become the face of Brawl, but Meta Knight would have probably never have gotten as well developed as he is today.
I don't think you're okay. I think the point he raises is actually fairly compelling, in that just because like Mewtwo King study monster, right? We all know that. We all collectively know that. Even though I've never. Wow, if you're one of my viewers that just came here for Sonic Riders and I'm talking about competitive Smash stuff right now, you are absolutely lost. But there is a good point that he makes about the fact that Mewtwo King, because Mewtwo King gave so much knowledge to everyone about Meta Knight specifically, everyone's just like, oh, this character is really strong and we already know so much about him. Why would we try anything with anyone else? But the failing in that is that assuming that no one else tried to lab other characters. I think, you know, it's very possible people have been slacking on labbing other characters because they just think Meta Knight's so much easier and stronger. But at the same time, can you really blame them? I mean, like, Meta Knight's just better than everyone else by a lot, you know?
How many other characters in Brawl have gotten the amount of attention that Meta Knight has gotten? I'll tell you. None.
I don't know if that's true. I have zero knowledge about competitive Brawl, but I just feel like that can't be right, you know? Just no one bothered to try experimenting with all these other characters for so long and leveling them to the point of Meta Knight. I just can't believe that. I can't bring myself to.
I love how everybody praises Brawl Meta Knight, but don't seem to understand he's the reason why Brawl isn't as popular as it should be.
I don't think anyone's praising Meta Knight. I think people complain about Meta Knight more than anything. They just play him because he's the best in the game. I don't think anyone likes that he's that good. Also, I think this is diving into a sort of conspiracy theory segment where he's just talking about how Meta Knight was a secret murderer of Brawl the whole time, and it wouldn't have died if Meta Knight didn't seep his way into our community.
Nobody's going to put a bunch of time and energy into a character who can't be used in a tournament. This will finally get people to stop playing Meta Knight and force the top players in Brawl to play somebody else.
Ice Climbers. They're gonna play Ice Climbers.
However, I wouldn't ban the Ice Climbers. I would just
oh, he knew what I was gonna say. Okay, hold on. All right, never mind.
I would just ban their chain grab. This will encourage players to learn how to play with the Ice Climbers in a different way.
All right, so like a wobbling ban for Brawl. I don't know, how would you do, like more than like 6 consecutive grabs in a row gets you like automatic game loss? I respect that.
The other big change I would have is that instead of the tournaments being just the players pick whoever they want to play with, which basically means just pick a high tier character, you're gonna get smoked. Instead, there will be 3 types of tournaments: low tier, mid tier, and high tier tournaments.
You lost me, man. I can't support this. I don't know what you're talking about anymore. We break down the tournaments into tiered tournaments? What does that mean? This isn't my rodeo anymore. I don't know how to support you in this.
2 years of this, I'm positive that more characters in Brawl will be developed and more viable. The rankings will also have dramatically changed, and if the characters have gotten well developed enough, then Meta Knight can be legal again in this game.
You had the right conclusion and the wrong conclusion. You can't unban Meta Knight. You can't. That guy's just gotta stay gone. He's gotta go, and he's gotta get out forever. He's gotta be banned forever for the rest of time. If we're going to have fun in this game, he has to be gone.
For those who are still unconvinced and think I'm crazy, just remember this. Melee has a much bigger fan base than Brawl, and Melee has been consistently played and developed ever since it came out. And guess what? Near the beginning of Melee, Fox was thought to be the hands-down #1 character in the game.
That's not even true! Okay, alright, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Sheik was the best for a long time, dude. Yeah, no, Sheik was the best until 2006. There was only one time, yeah, in 2015, that was the only time Fox was in his own tier. And I'm pretty sure that year was like 20XX, wasn't it? That was like when Fox was like winning everything. People knew it was fairly close between him and the other top tiers for a long time. Why are we just lying, boy? Why?
A lot of people consider Marth, Jigglypuff, Falco, Sheik, Captain Falcon.
No one thinks Captain Falcon is the best in the game. No one say Jigglypuff is even the best either.
Captain Falcon and Peach, all to be real contenders for the #1 spot.
All these characters can win tournaments, but they're not being the best character in the game. They can win over Fox, but that doesn't mean that they're the best in the game. I think the video overall was still a good one. Honestly, I think he had the right idea with banning Meta Knight. I don't think he was wrong for his conclusion, but a lot of his reasonings were false. Like I said before, it was just I don't For the last part of this video, I wanted to really quickly go over my personal favorite series on this channel, which is the tier list. Note, I am recording this segment over a week after the other one, and Brawl's Not Dead has hit the big 600. Huge congrats to him. I'm actually really happy for you, dude. Good stuff. Also, I'm a little sick because flick it, we're alone in the universe. Also, if you notice anything different because of the week time difference, just don't mention it, man. Shut up. Now, I'm not gonna react to all of his reasonings for his placements because if I did, I'd be here forever. Instead, I just wanted to talk about something I realized when watching his list videos. The clip I'm actually about to show you guys is from his 2025 tier list video, and I think this, I don't know why, but this one specifically, this little sentence here, blew my mind. So I'm gonna let you guys watch this.
At number 8 is that bird with the lasers, Falco. I apologize for how low I ranked Falco in last year's rankings. It wasn't long till after those rankings I realized Falco is actually a great character.
Before I get into why, oh my god. Before I get into why that segment was crazy to me, I want to show you guys the full tier list. What you're seeing right now is B&D's full tier list as of March 2025. It should be noted that he doesn't structure his tier list in the conventional way with ABC rankings, instead opting to just give them a number placement, so I just translated that to a traditional list. Now, I'm sure you all could point out something you find questionable, but hold that thought, because I think this list is actually fantastic. Okay, this is gonna sound mad corny, so bear with me, but I think it needs to be said. I personally believe that tier lists are great because they're a tier list. And I'm not trying to be all moral of the story about it, just listen. When looking at older tier lists, people tend to clown on our meager understandings of a character that may have been heavily overrated or underrated at the time. Just popping in real quick to say that I am also guilty of this. I'm using the word people here when I really mean I was just embarrassed to say it. But I think it's kind of beautiful to look at how we felt back then and reminisce on the events that caused us to change our minds. We shouldn't think badly of our or others' opinions in the past just because they happen to be proven wrong, because those opinions were made by the same kind of debates and discussions that formed our current ones. Going back to when BND said he was mistaken in putting Falco so low on his original list, I was honestly ready to dog on him about it. I realized that what I think is so cool about this channel in general is that it's just a passionate guy developing his own understanding and opinions on the meta. Like how we are supposed to be when making a tier list. He's making discussion with character takes that can make you vomit. Alright. You know, vomit is a bit much. But still, he's causing thoughts to occur with his own opinions, and that's what keeps us wanting to prove our character's potential or disprove another's potential. It's what keeps us playing the game, and I think that's really cool. That's all really. Bye. Wait. We got a post-credit scene. Look. What would a prime time, top of the line VTuber be without the music? Thought it was dead, huh? No way. Brawling on the beat, yeah, we're brawling on the beat, yeah? Okay, let's do this. Switching up the meta cause the meta getting boring. Asking out your fight cause the style got me snoring. I'ma fill the silence with the crowd that's always roaring. The revelant is golden ninja hype that I'm restoring. One-on-one with you, that's a trophy made with no assist. Opened you up easy lacking options like the stage list. You gon' need an album full of stickers here in my league. In every P and every team I move it like I'm Kirby. Catch me on that lilac, cruising into far. I be zipping files way I went off of raw. Finish this in fiberless, I'm quicker on the draw. Mine me te do de watashi wa star. You were looking kinda cool until I canceled your momentum. Overall I'm at my peak like I'm a plumber's favorite denim. Way I'm gliding with no weapon, ain't no toss up if I'm coming back. Smash him up so bad I might get cancelled if I dash attack. Full of blast, second, leave an impact like a crater. Put you waiting for a minute in my presence, you go stare at uni training for this client. Judges right, figures player. Only time I talk at P is when I fucking push the haters. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Beat, 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 beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Beat, 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 beat. Go. About to hit bananas and I feel out, whoa. Cold with a climber, then I grab and throw. Plucking on my pick string, a 6 in a row. Band on my head, then I land my below. Laser focus, catch a kick to the dome, don't try me. Zero's trying to suit up to my foolish stop capping. Got my motor revving, boom, boom through the bash trees. Thunder in the sack, zoom, zoom, I'm zapping. Body you and record, that's a 3-0-T. Yo, B, reverse it, you with no TP. But he learned some new bits at the double SD. You about to meet a new bits, now the gigs amusing. King Lee with a D in the door, when the photo up. 3 on track, you will finish like a photo steady. You gon' be the best, I might have to be the notary. If you're to the test, tell me about a beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Beat, 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 beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Beat, 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 beat. Wait, step in my space and things might get precarious. Close like the minister, can't beat the format. It's blue on the hands and the hands where the master is. On my taboo, you get dropped off the way when I'm furious. Swinging you miss, I'ma swing it for game. Swinging you hit, then I'll hit even harder, I'm serious. When we both meet on the stage, then we'll see who's victorious. I've heard of legends that grow. I've heard of legends that stomp on their foes. I've heard of legends with rivals that make them the greatest by keeping them 10 on their toes. I've heard of legends that sold. I've heard of legends that couldn't take gold. I've heard of enemies bonded by fighting each other so that they could see their own legend unfold. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Beat, 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 beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Rolling on the beat, yeah, we're rolling on the beat. Beat, 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 beat. And we're done. Oh man, that one definitely took a while, but I hope it was worth it for all of you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the music video as well. That one took a while. That one took a second. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled Let's Plays in the coming week or two. I don't know, it might it might take me even longer to get that done. I am looking forward to finishing DMC though, once I get around to that. That's all I really have to say. Thanks for watching.